Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best anime that should be viewed in bulk. Number 10, Tokyo Revengers.
死ぬと思った瞬間、思い出したのは親でも友達でもなく、橘ひなただった。
When you turn on the first episode of this show, you're in store for time traveling, gang wars, and a whole lot of thrown fisticuffs. If that sounds like a lot of fun, that's because it is. Since Tokyo Revengers is all about changing the past, and the butterfly effect that goes with it, things can get complicated fast. That's where binging comes in.
これは俺の人生のリベンジだ。
Watching Tokyo Revengers in one go means you won't have to worry as much about forgetting all the small stuff, like say what point of time they're in and why it matters. Instead, you can just sit back, relax, and appreciate one of the most empowering anime of the 2020s.
今までの過去にこんな奴らいなかったはずだ。
Number 9, Blue Lock.
勝てる。生き残れる。でも、こいつのサッカー人生は終わる。
Like all the great sports anime before it, Blue Lock tears up the turf by making you care about the people kicking the ball more than whether they can score or not. But that character-focused storytelling might have a few too many flashbacks for some people's tastes. However, those spotlight moments are a lot less jarring when you aren't waiting week to week for the match to continue.
きっとそれがストライカーの証なんだ。俺はそう信じてる。
If you sprint through Blue Lock in a few sittings, the character backstories feel like worthwhile addendums instead of pace-killing detours. Although, it really shouldn't come as a shock that a show about soccer incentivizes going fast.
戦う準備はできてるか？
その全てが
ブルーロックにある。
Number 8, Bastard, Heavy Metal Dark Fantasy. When you power through a show en masse, it's a lot easier to see the subtle changes in its formula. Bastard starts out as a shamelessly suggestive fantasy series, and by the end, it's still that. But as it goes on, the episodic elements fade away in favor of a genuinely awesome war against demon gods.
やっぱ少し変わったぜ、お前。昔だったら絶対言わねえぜ、そんなこと。
Trust us, it's worth the investment. In fact, Bastard was literally designed that way. Distributed by Netflix, the adaptation dropped in chunks of over 10 episodes apiece. Clearly, they knew exactly the type of show they had on their hands. In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
名は完成させているのか。あの究極の超破壊呪文を。ハロー。
Number 7, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Then who am I up here, I wonder? Could it mean I've turned into a ghost?
Bingo! Bingo! You win the prize!
There is not a ghost of a chance you'll be able to put this one down. While 100 episodes may sound like a big commitment, Yu Yu Hakusho goes by in a flash. We'd even wager it's better that way. Sure, it originally aired weekly, so each installment can technically stand on its own, but altogether, the episodes build upon each other into a uniquely captivating narrative.
Can I go home yet?
It'd be a disservice to Yu Yu Hakusho to pull yourself out of its world, even for a few days. Given that almost every episode ends in a painful cliffhanger, staying glued to your screen shouldn't be too hard anyway.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that one, Keiko. You stole that lip time from me. Now come here.
Come and get me, tough guy.
Number 6, Initial D Series.
I want you to represent us and drive like your life depended on it, got me?
You gotta be out of your freaking mind!
In the shady world of underground street racing, putting the pedal to the metal is part of the job. Sometimes though, Initial D takes its time. Certain races and tournaments stretch across multiple episodes, and given how entertaining they are, that's a good thing. But, fair warning, it also makes the series an absolutely addictive watch.
Here they are! Who's in the lead?
The 8-6! What the hell is going on?
Since most episodes are just one leg of a much longer track, it's practically criminal to hit the brakes. No, Initial D is much better when you ride along with its high-speed races until the very end. Plus, with how many seasons, movies, and specials there are, Initial D can keep you enthralled for a long, long time.
Man, this race is gonna be legendary.
Number 5. Kingdom.
二人の名を中華全土に響き渡らせ俺たちは天下最強の大将軍になるんだ
If you can't judge a book by its cover, you can't judge an anime by its first episode either, or really, its first season. Look, when you have over 100 episodes under your belt, you're bound to have a few lumps of coal every now and then. Unfortunately, most of Kingdoms come early on, primarily because of its wonky animation.
悪いな急いでる
But take our word for it, the show gets much better. The sooner you race through its shaky start, the sooner you get to experience one of the coolest historical anime out there. With the power of binging, it won't even take that long.
まだやるかバカ野郎が
Number 4. Oshinoko.
大丈夫だよママを信じて
The idol world is a dangerous place, both for the characters and the audience. See, Oshinoko broke onto the scene with tons of fanfare, but soon enough, those same viewers realized the pain of waiting a week to see how things would progress. By the time the season ended, many agreed that the optimal way of experiencing Oshinoko is all at once.
分不相応な目標は持つべきじゃないんだ
The slower episodes wouldn't drag, the mystery would wrap up quicker, and best of all, you wouldn't have to worry about those pesky cliffhangers. And boy, there are a lot of them. Just save yourself the pain and finish Oshinoko in one sitting.
せっかくだからめちゃくちゃやって帰るか
Number 3. Kaiji.
中地勝って大金をつかめ人生を変えろ
If you're gonna gamble on anything, gamble on Kaiji. The namesake bettor is willing to risk it all on the roll of a dice, resulting in breathtaking wagers and even more breathtaking plot twists. Unfortunately, those jaw-dropping plot points take a while to set up, especially in the later arcs, but that's exactly why Kaiji makes for such a satisfying binge. You can experience the build-up, payoff, and resolution all at once. Removing the downtime between episodes solves almost everything. Kaiji can continue delivering high-stakes thrills until he either runs out of stuff to gamble or finally loses one of his life and death wagers. Whatever comes first.
逃げるのかちょっとでもリスクを感じたらもう逃げ出すのか
Number 2. Baki franchise.
So are you sure you want to get into this?
Huh?
You want to watch Baki? Well, in that case, you may as well get comfortable. Even though the original anime came out in 2001, the series' fight-heavy structure is tailor-made for mass viewing. With the next episode only a click away, you can race through the slower training arcs and eat up entire tournaments in one fell swoop.
17歳で無手活流の頂点に立つと聞き及び
Each chapter flows so naturally into the next, it's a wonder how anyone could watch this weekly and not go mad. Luckily, starting partway through the 2018 series, Netflix began dropping entire Baki seasons in bulk. Take the hint already and just start watching. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Higurashi When They Cry series.
里子が死ねばよかったのにそうだよ北条の家の誰かでいいな
At first glance, Higurashi and its many iterations may seem like too much to realistically binge. But that's only if you look at it as a show. In reality, the best way to approach Higurashi is to think of each season as its own horror film.
これは裏切りでございますわよねえリカ
The only real way to get the full experience is to watch it together. partly because of the way the story unfolds, and partly because the lore gets kind of dense. With time loops, schoolyard hijinks, and blood-stained murders galore, Higurashi is definitely worth the watch, just so long as you remember that it's a sprint, not a marathon. Let us know your binge-worthy favorites in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.